Hello, everyone, and welcome to iReadit, bringing you your daily dose of the internet for Thursday, January 11th, 2017. I'm Michael Schwahn.
And I'm Nathan Wood.
And I am Zachary Klutz.
You want to try? Yeah, there we go. He can speak German. No, you can't, actually. Can you?
No.
I didn't think so. Okay. Please remember...
Donkey. Ich bin
Donkey?
Berlin... Ich eine Berliner. I forget what he said. Fuck.
Donkey?
Donkey, yeah. It's like you say it when you're referring to, you know, like Donkey Kong, you know?
No.
Yeah.
No. Like, I don't even speak German, and I know that's wrong. Danke means thank you.
Yo, can I get a new, like, video game called Donkey Kong, and it's about, like...
A German,
you know, like a giant German ape who's very, like, he's very thankful. He's, you know, thank you. Just like, can I get a Japanese anime called Gumo no Sai, and it's about a very apologetic spider who knows the way of the Sai?
No.
Oh, come on. But it's in different languages, and I'm making puns, and they're probably bad because they're probably not grammatically correct.
You're absolutely correct.
You don't know I'm absolutely correct. You don't know those languages either.
I know them enough to know that you suck.
I don't think you do.
I don't think you do.
Well, you're wrong.
Prove it.
I will.
He's like, give me like 10 minutes and some Google, and I'll prove you wrong.
Yeah.
Everyone, if you'd please consider supporting the show, go to patreon.com/dailyinternet. In addition, you can catch this show live Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Alaska time on Facebook and YouTube. And, of course, if you've got stories you want us to talk about, send them to our subreddit, which is our iRedditcast, or send them to us in an email, which is feedback.ireddit@gmail.com. Everyone, please welcome to the show Zach Klutz. He has been on the phone. God damn. He has been on the show before.
Been on the phone with us.
He has been on the phone with us, but that is irrelevant for the sake of the podcast. We have thanked him many times as he is one of our largest and continuously longest Patreon supporters and a very close friend of ours. He plays D&D with me every Sunday. Used to play with Nathan, too, until Nathan abandoned us.
What's your problem,
Dude.
man?
I mean, it's kind of hard to play like 6 games a week.
It's not.
I'm tired of your excuses, bro.
Just quit your job.
Become a full-time DM.
Yeah.
Yo, if I could get paid to DM, that would be fucking cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. I'd be down for that, too.
Matthew Mercer gets paid to do.
What's the name
Yeah,
of the bald...
well, Matt Mercer also gets paid to do voice acting.
Yeah, more of his money comes from voice acting than
You
from
could
DMing.
become a voice actor.
Famous bald DM. What the hell is that dude's name?
Actually, I think I have the video. Is it Chris Perkins?
Oh, that sounds right. That sounds right. Chris Perkins.
I think it's Chris Miller, actually.
Nope, it is Chris Perkins.
Oh, okay.
Yep. That's because I have episode 3 of Dice Camera Action with Dungeons & Dragons up, and they're playing The Curse of Strahd. It's got Pro Jared, Commander Holly, and Nate Wants to Battle. And this other person that I don't actually know, her name's Anna Robinson, but she has another fucking YouTube channel where she plays like Second Ed. It's real cool.
Yep.
I believe I'm thinking of somebody else.
Yep.
Okay.
I need to start working on my voices because my voice acting's pretty garbage.
Oh, no.
Practice in the shower.
I do.
Practice
I
with
do
your
a lot of
roommates.
other things
Practice
in the shower.
with your roommates.
What? Wait, no.
I found a couple websites where it's like, hey, you want to do voice acting? Well, just say if you want to get paid or not for it, and we can hook you up.
Ann Perkins?
Well, because the way that I said Chris Perkins made me think. If you've ever seen Parks and Recreation, there is a show in that. There is a character in that show called Chris Traeger.
I think so.
And he is a super optimistic dude, but there's another character named Ann Perkins. At a particular point in time, Chris Traeger just starts going around being like, Ann Perkins. Just this snap and point for everyone. Hey, Ann Perkins. Like, that's just how he starts. It's like his way of saying hi. It's like, Ann Perkins. It's like, yeah, you remember my name. Congratulations. Now I need this.
Yo, I like that. That's fucking cool.
Hello to everyone who is joining us in our chat room. That is my sister Brittany, Nathan's mother Sherry, as well as our good friend Vivi de la Vega.
Yo, she can't stand Commander Holly's voice.
Who is
I can kind of understand. She's not the worst, though. Her fucking character is really cool. I like it. It's it's just a tiefling sorcerer, but it's in the Curse of Strahd, so I think that could really cause some dynamics.
She's a cosplayer, and she's married to Ross O'Donovan.
I don't know who this person
Ross
is.
O'Donovan is a animator, and
Yo, for real, I'm watching it for Nate Sharp, because he's from Nate Wants to Battle, and he is playing a bard, and his YouTube channel is mostly about singing anime songs, but in English. So I think it's hilarious that he's playing essentially himself.
neat.
Except with more charisma.
Neat.
No, it's Nate.
God.
It's a pun.
Hate you.
Yeah.
You're the worst.
Yeah.
Ross is getting hearts. Did you mention someone named Ross?
Ross O'Donovan.
Oh, you mentioned Ross. Got it.
Ross
Okay.
O'Donovan is married to Commander Holly.
That's great. I know so few people's names.
God damn it, Ross.
So,
There's
Nathan,
a lot of famous people playing D&D on YouTube. It's fucking cool.
how was your day, Nathan?
Mm.
Huh? What?
What you said? How's my day?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been sick the entire day. I haven't been able to drink very much water because I didn't bring my water bottle, unfortunately. So I've been sitting at my desk with tiny little plastic cups of water and plastic cups of coffee, trying to not fucking keel over and die. Meanwhile, it's you can feel the sickness in waves. You can feel it in my gills. It's there, and I don't like it.
Quit it?
I mean, I'm trying.
At least you only have to work 4 hours tomorrow.
Yeah, and then I get a 3-day weekend.
Yeah, 3-day weekend. Woo! Do you get a 3-day weekend?
It's super cool. I'm really excited.
No?
I have to work.
I was like, do you even get a 2-day weekend?
Yeah.
I'm going to spend one of those days doing
working at
almost
Coots
nothing
is
but D&D
kind
stuff.
of. It's not hard. I do mostly prep work, and it's a lot of easy prep work. So
Sure. Zach, how was your day?
it was good. I went in. I did my normal routine, which is either get coffee, get espresso, or get tea, and then I immediately start making prep lists for everybody in the morning. And seeing it was pretty much just myself and two other supervisors who, one of them is auxiliary and the other one is the AM prep supervisor. They had their tasks to complete, so I pretty much had to do prepping by myself.
Fun.
But I challenged myself to do a specific amount of work in a certain amount of time.
Did you get there?
Actually, what happened was the supervisor was like, hey, we're above on labor. We need you out of here at 2. And I get out at 3. So instead of them, they finished their tasks and then they started taking stuff off of my list. So I got out of there at 1.
Good for time, bad for money?
Yeah.
Yeah. My day was interesting as my office continues to be on fire, so that's always nice and fun. Although we do have one of the new people to fill one of those several empty slots coming in on Tuesday, so yay to that. We did not have a show yesterday, and that is because there was an event going on downtown at the Willowa Bar and Grill, or whatever the fuck it's called.
It's Willowa, yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking love that place. I have a couple friends who work there. That place is really cool. That's where I blacked out and don't remember literally anything that night.
Congratulations. Well, they occasionally hold an event to where you can get in and see a movie that is projected on their big-ass stage for free.
Yeah, they do a lot of cool shit.
And then there's a discount on meals, although I don't think we got the discount that we were supposed to get on the meals. Anyway, the movie that was showing yesterday was the My Little Pony movie. And we have a 7-year-old daughter, and I also am in this family. So that we decided that Jennifer wanted to have a family day, so we went and saw that. And real good movie. Real good. 2, holy shit, that was some suspense. They legitimately almost kill characters 3 times.
Should have. Would have been written better if they just ended up dying.
Yeah, except they want to keep making money.
I guess you can make money off of corpses.
Only a couple times, though.
Yeah, but you just got to introduce a necromancer pony.
Even better.
Once you kill death, you're solid when it comes to money.
The only problem I had with the movie is that the primary villain was shallow as shit. You couldn't even drown in that.
What do you mean shallow?
Super two-dimensional. Well, two-dimensional because they're drawn. Kill myself.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, he had no depth whatsoever and was barely a character. just like such a flat character. Like had like such a weird.
I'm evil.
Yeah.
Why are you evil? Because.
Yeah, that's about as far as that goes, which made me sad. But otherwise, everything else about the movie is great.
That's cool. I'm happy for you.
I just wanted to point out to Vivo de la Vega that Ross's belief in you is a curse. It's not good.
Joey, starting the news?
Yes.
Yes.
5.
This is the Netherlands. You have to answer questions. United States ambassador offers uncomfortable silence.
This is submitted by Schwahn to our politics.
So, Peter Hoekstra, I don't know. That's the best I got. After serving 18 years as a Republican congressman from Michigan, was now minted as the United States ambassador to the Netherlands. Well, as you know, part of becoming the Netherlands ambassador and newly arriving there, they decided, let's have a conversation with who this new person is. So they held a conference meeting, and a bunch of press was there, and they asked about a claim that Peter Hoekstra made back in 2015 about the chaos of the Islamic movement that had been brought to the Netherlands. Quote, saying that there are cars being burned, that there are politicians being burned, and there are no-go zones in the Netherlands. So they asked him, like, everyone had the same, well, there was 2 major questions that was asked 5 times, over and over again, from different angles, presented differently, was, would you like to withdraw these statements, and can you name a single one of these politicians that were supposedly burnt in the streets?
Yo, just name a no-go zone, even.
To which he proceeded to just sit there in silence.
Yo, not only that, but, like, he claimed that he never said that, and then he claimed it as fake news, and then moments later claimed that he didn't call it fake news ever.
Like, we know you're full of shit, people. Like,
oh my god.
I don't even know, like, what am I supposed to say to this? Like, you done fucked up. Like, they're even giving you an out. Do you not want the out?
Apparently not, dude. Apparently he's so fucking gung-ho, he's, like, strapped his guns down, you know? No. Alternative facts to the nth degree.
They're not even facts, though.
That's why they're alternative.
Facts are supposed to be factual. True.
Right. Never once has a fucking fake news or alternative fact actually been factual. Except for maybe the frogs are turning gay, but they're not actually turning gay. They're turning transgender.
That's not how the infinite. No.
Just ask Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we've seen this time and time again, like with, you know, like the different nominees for different positions in the Trump administration, judicial nominees for different areas of the Supreme Court across the country. Like, and this happens over and over and over again. Like, why? Like, I don't understand.
Because the person putting them into power is also in the same mindset as they are.
But he actually, like, opens his mouth. Now, bad shit normally comes out of his mouth.
That's because he's kind of forced to, and, you know, he likes to. These guys don't like being put into fucking positions like that.
Like, stop it.
Stop.
Or just own it.
Are you gonna slap him on the nose? Just, you know, flick, just stop it.
Like, it's called growing up. And I realize you're
not being stupid.
A grown-up, but grow up.
Is there a Blink-182 song about not growing up?
Probably.
4.
Dad invites child's bullies to her funeral. Quote, witness the complete devastation you have created.
Wow. This is submitted by Tommy Solomon to our news, but fuck.
So, this is about Amy Everett, who also known as Dolly, who is or apparently is, I don't know, I don't live in Australia, a well-known model in Australia, who experienced such an immense level of bullying in real life and an immense level of cyberbullying that she decided to take her own life. And in response to that, I mean, of course, suicide is a terrible thing. And her father had spoken out about it and has invited everyone who bullied her to come to the funeral to see the results of what their actions have caused.
That's fucking savage.
Yeah.
But, you know, good on him.
Yeah, power to
absolutely.
him.
That takes some. Oh my God.
Yeah, in a quote, if by some chance the people who thought this was a joke and made themselves feel superior by the constant bullying and harassment see this post, please come to our service and witness the complete devastation you have created. He is also hopeful that by making this entire ordeal more public, that by putting out this invitation and things along those lines, that it will help to try to save other people's lives that are in similar situations.
One would hope.
That you can hope. I mean, whether it happens or not is another thing. But like here's a public service announcement for some people. Is one, don't forget the person. Like especially when it's online. You know, they could just have made a comment or it's a picture or something like that. That is an actual person, and the golden rule falls into effect all the time of don't do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And so if you wouldn't want someone to say those things to you, don't say it to them. And remember that people have feelings. Also, as a note, if you or anyone you know, or you believe someone that you know has is struggling on a mental capacity or possibly has suicidal ideations, don't just sit by. Like, if you have them, ask for help. Whether it's from you can just call 911 and let them know, and they will assist you. You can call the suicide prevention hotline, or just ask a friend and make sure that you pass on the message that you are struggling, that you are hurting, because it's not. You shouldn't be that way. And it's not to say there's something wrong with you. It's that we're not supposed to kill ourselves. Your brain should not be putting itself down so far that you want to hurt yourself. And there are legitimate avenues to getting away from that, to feeling better, to being happier. You just have to be willing to ask for them or to be able to offer someone the help they need.
Absolutely.
And I use Nathan as an example a lot. He's a bad example because Nathan is very self-deprecating on a joking level. Nathan, I don't have any concerns about in terms of him offing himself, but there are other people, like this guy sitting right here. Not that I have concerns about you offing yourself, Zach, but someone like Zach that, acts like Zach's a real happy dude could also be sitting here like being like, yeah, I think I'm just going to go home and just hang myself off of the 4th story. I'm not saying that you are. God, I don't think this about you, okay?
Whoa.
But the point is that...
Yo, mine only goes up 3 stories. This is bullshit.
But the point is that it can be difficult to see the people that are struggling. You might think that every suicidal person looks like Nathan, acts like Nathan, and looks like Nathan, when in reality they might look like me or Zach.
Or they may look like something completely different. Literally anybody could be suicidal.
Take a look at Robin Williams, for friggin' sake. Like,
a lot of happy people tend to be suicidal.
Like, he's super happy guy, did everything he could to make people around him.
Happy people.
Yeah, super sad guy internally, and then it just overcame him. So, but if you don't understand the consequences of your actions, maybe you should see the results of them.
Yeah.
3.
Washington, D.C. has renamed the street that the Russian embassy sits on after a murdered Russian opposition politician.
The rubbing street.
This was submitted by Detective I to Our World News.
Yep. So, in Washington, D.C., where the Russian embassy sits, the street that is its address will be renamed after Boris Nemtsov. Nathan, help.
Let me open it.
Boris Nemtsov?
Nemtsov.
Boris Nemtsov.
Boris Nemtsov.
Nemtsov. Any case. The Russian politicians have been criticizing the move, saying it's a dirty trick, and honestly, I think it's just hilarious and petty as shit.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely petty.
If you haven't heard of Boris...
but I'm very okay with it.
Yeah, Boris was shot outside the Kremlin in 2015. He was a extreme advocate for trying to change the Russian government from where it has currently been for quite some time. And in true Russian fashion, he disappeared.
Just up and vanished.
Yep. Oh, I can't see the YouTube
Yo,
chat.
what do you talk about true Russian fashion? They don't fucking disappear people. They just murder your ass. I don't even give a fuck.
Yeah, you just get erased.
They're Russian. It doesn't matter. You just walk around and, if you're a fucking political enemy, you're just, oh, hey. All right, comrade, on our way.
Yeah, Alexei's not dead yet, though.
Yet, and Alexei.
Alexei.
Isn't he in jail, though?
Alexei.
There you go.
Isn't he in jail, though?
What? Yeah, Well, he's not in jail right now. He's being denied the opportunity to run for office because he was put in jail for political reasons.
Oh, yeah, you guys covered that.
Which is a massive catch-22 on their end, but whatever.
Yeah. That's... Russian politics is interesting.
This is so cute.
You call it politics. It's not really politics. It's a bunch of people ruling.
Is it more like mafia-style politics?
Like, pretty much.
Yeah, except the mafia is the government.
Yeah.
And they're not even coy about it. They're just like, nope, we're the government, and we'll kill you if you do anything wrong.
Why are there troops in Ukraine? There are no troops in Ukraine.
I see no troops. We know they're yours. I know nothing. Such a great skit. That guy is genius.
I will choose
9. I'm
turn.
not playing. I get way too competitive. It brings out the worst in me. In any case, so Nathan, what is your opinion on them naming the street after somebody who opposed the Russian government?
Yo, it's savage. It's petty. I'm all for it.
Is this like so? Also, this wasn't like the Trump administration's decision or anything like this. This was the city council for Washington D.C. that decided to rename this street.
Yeah, I bet. That's fucking. I would never have gone through in the Trump administration.
I feel like this is such a horrible decision in terms of trying to like help anything. Like, this is literally Washington, D.C. just kind of like taking a piss in front of the Russian embassy and hoping nothing goes wrong.
Yo, they're not just taking a piss in front of it. They're taking a piss on the Russian embassy. Like, come on.
And leaving like a burning bag of
this is a political statement made by made by Washington, D.C. And the political statement is, hey, we're not going to forget.
I mean, Putin's up for re-election this year.
Yeah. Putin's up for re-election.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to get re-elected.
Yeah.
It's just like all of those other fucking countries around the world, like, those South American countries or some of the fucking Eastern European countries where it's like, oh yeah, we're going up for election, guys. And then everyone votes for them. It was like Venezuela, right? Or
yeah, that was Venezuela.
Yeah, it was Venezuela. Exactly like Venezuela. Or Syria.
Or North Korea.
Or a lot of the Middle East, really.
Or just lots of other countries.
Yeah, a lot of places, if not every form of government, is just absolute dicks.
You get to vote. Kinda.
You get to vote.
You gotta go to those countries where they actually have a voting system.
Mueller adds veteran cyber prosecutor to special counsel team.
This was submitted by TS Need 290 to Our Politics.
Filling in a gap in his team that had been long since vacant, he now has somebody on his legal squad of a bunch of lawyers that are ready to
Squad
goals. This is the next step. He's already brought charges against 4 members of the Trump administration. There is also talks about him having a conversation, an interview, a questioning with the president regarding some of the activity that happened regarding the Russian probe and their involvement and collusion with the 2016 presidential election. And, well, a lot of that happened on a cyber level. It happened involving, like Facebook and Twitter and how little money and how little involvement it actually took for them to have some level of control over the election. So having somebody who specializes in that field only makes sense.
I mean, yeah. It does.
I honestly can't. I can't wait to see what comes out, either with any end result, because I just want to see the end result.
Well, and that's like what me and Nathan talked about, is that, you know, some people are like, yeah, bring Trump down, yeah! And other people are like, Mueller's a tool that's trying to just take down Trump. He needs to be removed because he's biased. And I'm like, well, he's not investigating Trump. He's investigating Russia and how far and how deep their level of intrusion in the 2016 election went. And if he gets all the way through his investigation and it turns out Trump is completely clean, cool. If he gets all the way through his investigation and Trump is a dirty scumbag, cool. At least that we got through it, we found the result, and it can be dealt with and addressed and prevented in the future.
Exactly. I agree with everything you just said.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I like it when people agree with me.
I disagree.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Well, state your disagreement.
I disagree because fuck you, that's why.
Oh, god damn. It sounds like a Trump argument.
I mean, if he can become president, I can ride this platform into presidency.
Perfect.
Literally because fuck you.
Literally.
1.
It's basically like the only thing he hasn't said at this point. YouTube removes Logan Paul from top-tier Google ad platform, and YouTube Red projects are on hold.
This is submitted by Kenner, Nevada, to our news.
So we haven't talked about it yet for multiple reasons, but the main reason is that it was still pending, it was still developing, and also because it just hadn't been upvoted enough yet on Reddit. So it is now, and so we'll talk about it now. So to bring you up to speed, Logan Paul, as well as his
YouTube career is dead.
It's not dead, but it's taken a hit. Logan Paul came from Vine. He was part of the Vine migration. And, like, I have watched Logan Paul's Vines from, like, 5 years ago, and the dude was hilarious then. The Vine got shut down, and so almost all of the major Viners moved over to YouTube. Now, when they did that, I stopped paying attention to the vast majority of them because I stopped caring. Because, I mean, I don't want to watch your 20-minute vlog. I wanted to watch your 6-second video, and it make me laugh, and then I move on with my life to another one, and then another one, and then another one. Another one. We need that as a soundbite, Nathan. We need that as a soundbite real bad.
So that you can put it on repeat.
Yeah, just always. Another one. Anyway. That's like 17 seconds.
Oh. That is the wrong one.
We can do this one. Yeah. And so I hadn't been keeping up with him, but I had always thought that Logan Paul was a pretty cool dude. He was good friends and made a lot of really good content with all of the other Viners. And apparently for the last year and a half, he's been doing this daily vlog on YouTube and has amassed massive following. The majority of his videos getting anywhere from 1 to 5 million plus views. Just raking in subscribers every day, tens of thousands of subscribers flocking to his channel. That also means that tons of money is just piling into his channel. He got into the Google Preferred, which is a top tier ad program, which your CMP. Why does that sound wrong to me? CPM. That's why. Clicks per million. Not clicks per million. Clicks per thousand. You get a lot more money for your ads. So the amount
that'd be CPT, right?
No, it's CPM because M is the Roman numeral for 1,000.
Oh, I gotcha.
So he was getting even more money. Well, and he was doing real well, and you know, both him and his brother have had controversies around it before. His brother for doing some serious degenerate shit, and for him for just trying to do whatever gets him more views and more money. And trying as hard as he can to push his Maverick clothing line. Well, he recently put out a vlog that was him going into the Japanese suicide forest, which there is a forest in Japan.
Aokigahara.
Yep, which is just known for people walking into it to kill themselves. Over 100 people a year walk into that forest and kill themselves. So that also means on any day, because there is a public tour, a public trail to go through that forest. On any day you go into that forest, you have a roughly 1 in 3 chance to end up running into a dead person. Well,
that's a really high chance.
That's a good chance. That's not comfortable. So he was doing some vlog stuff in Japan. They decide to go to the suicide forest. They wander off the trail because, of course, they are. How else are they supposed to get? You know, you just follow the trail. That's going to be boring for the viewers. Well, they end up finding a guy. They find a dead guy that is hanging from a tree and looks as though he has been there for at least a couple days. And what do? do they, just, immediately report it and, talk about it and stuff? No, of course not. They keep the camera rolling. They film this dead guy hanging from a tree. They're standing around him, making jokes, laughing, and, that's a little bit excusable because people react in very unique and different ways when it comes to death, especially when you find a dead body. Like, some people just break out in laughter, like manic, hysterical laughter, because their brain doesn't know how to handle and process it. Well, then they get all this footage, then they report the body is, taken away and all this stuff, and they not only post the video of them finding the dead body and, like, laughing around the dead body and stuff like that, they put him in the thumbnail on YouTube, and just send it out into the world.
I watched the video.
I didn't.
I did too. I watched the video as well, though I had watched an edited version that didn't have the body in it.
I watched the blurred out version.
Well, he blurred it out,
Oh.
on the thumbnail, and blurred out the man's face, not the actual, rest of the body.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's afterwards, so they post it, the video gets around 4 million views before anyone takes any notice of it. It reaches number 10 on YouTube trending, which, if you do not know, YouTube trending is vetted videos by YouTube themselves that they go, this is doing well and is an approved video, so it is stuff that people like, you might like it too. And that raises a lot of questions on a lot of people's end because it very clearly broke YouTube guidelines. And people want to know, yo, YouTube, what the fuck? Also, Logan Paul, you're a fuck. And
who was it that you watch a lot of? He did a video on.
I watch Philip DeFranco a lot,
Yeah,
but
he
I mean,
did.
a shitload of YouTubers did videos on it. I mean, PewDiePie did, Boogie did, even like previous and maybe current. Again, I don't keep up with these things. Current friends of Logan Paul, like Christian Del Grosso, really funny dude. You guys should watch him. Also did videos on it because it was such a big deal because he is one of the largest creators on the YouTube platform. And when you do stuff like this, it makes the whole platform look bad.
Yeah.
Was where they were coming from. But the other side of it is YouTube, what the fuck? Because
right now it's YouTube trying to cover their asses for a fucking giant ass mistake that they made.
Well, and the other part of that is, like, if it went on to top 10 trending, then according to YouTube themselves, they checked those videos. Yet you didn't notice the dead dude in the thumbnail? They gave a response that said they were acting accordingly, but at that time, nothing had happened whatsoever. The video had been taken down, but it had been taken down by Logan Paul himself after widespread outcry against him. And so YouTube was also under fire for, essentially, overlooking someone and giving someone preferred treatment because it was getting a lot of traction.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, and... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, and not only that, but, he had a fucking half-assed apology.
Well, his initial apology was half-assed. It was a very PR bullshit, text-based apology, and then once he realized the extent of the damage, he then put out a video apology, stopped vlogging for about a week and a half, and then went from there. Mm-hmm. His second apology if it was his first apology, would have been much more successful. Would have been a much more positively received apology, but his first one felt so disingenuous that it took away from the second one.
if you will.
Yeah. So now we finally see the response from YouTube, which is way too late. It shouldn't have made it anywhere that it did in the first place. It should have been flagged. It shouldn't have made it onto trending. But they've removed Logan Paul from Google Preferred. So he is no longer going to be making as much money as he was before. His videos are still getting millions of views. He is still gaining subscribers.
That means he's not going to be the first Google billionaire, know what I'm saying?
I don't even know if there's anyone that's even close to being a Google billionaire. I mean, YouTube billionaire. There's plenty of millionaires.
Yeah, there's I think one of the most famous one I watch is Markiplier.
Yeah, but I mean, he's still only worth something like, what is it, like $9 million? So, he's got, like leagues and leagues to go. So they removed him from Google Preferred. He has one YouTube Red movie already out. It's called The Thinning. There was supposed to be a sequel to that movie. That movie has been put on hold, which is called The Thinning New World Order. He is also not going to be included on Season 4 of Foursome, which is a YouTube Red series. And that's kind of where that sits right now. So,
all right. So, like, aside from Laser Team, has anyone watched anything else YouTube Red?
I've not watched anything YouTube Red.
I've watched Laser Team, and that's it.
I watched Good Game, which was the Game Grumps, Aaron Hansen, and Danny Avedon, and it was directed by. I think it was written by what's his name? Same guy who does Rick and Morty, and he did Community.
Oh yeah, Dan Harmon.
Dan Harmon. Yep.
I watched Laser Team, which is the guys from Rooster Teeth. This alien thing crashes to Earth, and they find a bunch of alien gear, and each one puts on a little bit of the alien armor. So, like, one of them puts on a helmet, one of them puts on a glove and everything. What they find out later is that the alien sent that gear to Earth because there's another alien coming to Earth, and whoever the champion for Earth was had to fight him. But since they all wore a different piece of the outfit, they all had to work in unison.
Cool.
It was funny, but
well,
it's one of those movies that you watch once and then you're like, oh, that was all right.
So now, like, here's my question, okay? And I don't have any bias towards Logan Paul whatsoever. Like, I enjoyed his Vines like 5 years ago, and beyond that, I have no idea what the dude has done, is doing, anything like that. All the information I have received has just been information that has come to light because of this controversy. So, I am not a member of the Low Gang. I don't know anything in regards to this. So, do I think it was a bad decision to, put, like, going out there in hopes of finding content? Whatever. That's nothing new. Like, YouTubers have been doing that for fucking ever, especially vloggers. You want to go find content. Do I think it was a bad idea to put the dead body in the thumbnail? Yeah, terrible idea. Do I think it was a bad idea to film the body? Well, yeah, that's probably a pretty bad idea. Do I think that he could have still made a video out of that content that would have been better received? Yes, definitely.
Did he have to name it "We Found a Dead Body"?
No. So,
absolutely not.
Now, the thing is, though, is that, like, there is a level of mob mentality that I see on YouTube and also from the public in general and the media of that everyone is so ready to tear someone else down. Like, PewDiePie said the N-word during a live stream, and just people shat on him. Now, like, Felix isn't exactly, like, a shining individual anyway, but at the same time...
Yo, actually, after that, honestly, this sounds kind of weird, I honestly had more respect for him after he had that happen. Why? Because he then went from, hey, I'm trying to cater to everyone on his YouTube channel, to, fuck it, I'm just going to do what I want to do.
And that's what he's been doing.
That's what I enjoyed about PewDiePie. Him doing what he wanted to do, not him catering to fucking everyone.
Well, and Logan is having to, like, I mean, he's still going to do just fine, so I'm not going to pretend like his life or his career is over. I mean, he's got a ton of very, very devoted fans that will keep him up no matter what. But the other side of this is like, I just see this, like, I'm going to use the term again, a mob mentality of just wanting to tear him down over this video. It's a mistake that he is going to pay for, but people are just shitting on him.
That's because you make a mistake nowadays and you're fucking ruined. Don't make mistakes, or at least don't let them get public.
At the same time, though, like, God, it seems so aggressive.
I mean, it is.
Well, we're in a new age of technology and communication where if you make a mistake and people see it, they're gonna do everything in their power to point it out to you and just be like, you
it's the intolerancy paradox.
Explain.
The only way for the world to be truly tolerant is for you to be intolerant of intolerancy.
That sounds awful.
It does, but it kind of makes sense.
Well, I don't know. It just, like there's more and more of these that keep happening, and there's some of these that have been happening that are fake too. Like there have been other creators that have had fake things brought against them that hurt them immensely.
Yeah, I can understand the fake things being really dumb, but like this is him legitimately being really dumb.
Sure.
And you know, he's not gonna. I mean, he's gonna take a blow from this, but he's gonna bounce back.
Yeah, the thing that Logan really needs to think of, though, is that it is really easy to get wrapped up in what you're doing. Like, especially when, like, he was cranking out a vlog a day, every single one of these vlogs getting somewhere around 5 million views. Like, that can be intoxicating and can lead you down really ridiculous paths. The important thing that he is severely lacking is a ring around him, a circle of people that help you through those things. Whereas instead, what I see around Logan and what little videos I've seen are people that are just wanting to leech off of him.
Well, I mean, when you become popular, when you become in the spotlight, that is all you're going to be attracting. When you have power, there's going to be leeches for that power. His power is money that he gets from YouTube. That sweet YouTube money, to quote the guy from Epic Mealtime. He has tons of it. So, of course, he's going to get people who want that sweet YouTube money around him. It's like fucking Rice Gum. Rice Gum flaunts his YouTube money, so he encircles himself with people who are exactly like him. Douchebags.
Nathan, let's not become douchebags.
Well, we don't have money.
Yet.
Yeah. Yet.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Governor Cuomo? Hey, Vivi, you live in New York. How the fuck do you pronounce your governor's name? Anyway, Governor
Cuomo?
Cuomo, the state of New York will sue to block federal tax overhaul.
This is submitted by Chadwick via email. Oh, it's not submitted by Chadwick?
Not anymore.
Damn it.
Because I know how to type. So, yeah, New York State is going to be taking Washington to court over the new Republican tax reform, the tax bill, the Cut Act, whatever you want to call it. And the reason being is that they have severely slashed the amount of that you can claim on your taxes for state taxes. And New York has one of the highest taxes on their citizens in the country. And so what that can mean is that if you can't claim those taxes on your federal taxes, you will end up paying more taxes. So on estimate, it looks around like 25% of New Yorkers could see their taxes increase by around $5,000.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, that's what the governor said. Like, we support New York by taxing the shit out of our own citizens. You're not allowed to tax them more because fuck you guys.
Holy shit.
God. But, I mean, state income tax and federal income tax are two separate taxes.
Right, but under the previous tax thing, you could write off your state taxes on your federal taxes.
Sure.
Like, without limit. Like, if you paid, $75,000 in taxes to New York, you can write off $75,000 of taxes on your federal taxes. You will no longer be able to do that with the Cut Act in effect.
Yeah, the Cut Act is nothing but greed, and is nothing but bad. Let's get fucking rid of this goddamn piece of shit act.
Well, and
I'm sorry, even if you're benefited for a year, stop being that fucking nearsighted.
And we'll see what happens. I mean, it's going to be difficult. Like, it's already been approved and it's already going into effect. So, even if this lawsuit goes through,
it's going to take years.
Yeah, the process to reverse it is just going to be impossible. Well, it's not impossible.
It's going to take over a decade. It's going to take longer for the act itself to. I mean, how long is the act? It's over a decade, right?
What, the Cut Act?
Yeah,
it's a 10-year plan.
Yeah, it's going to be over 10 years to actually try and get it through the judicial system.
Well, I mean, it goes into effect, but it only covers for 10 years, is what it is. After 10 years they haven't put forth anything else, then everyone just gets fucked in the ass. Because they will have accumulated an additional $1.5 trillion in debt, which will then need to be addressed.
That's all right. Hopefully by then we won't have fuckheads in the government. I mean, we can hope.
It is 2018. It's a midterm year. Pay attention.
Start voting for actual people and not the literal fucking worse version of the devil.
Swamp monsters?
Yeah, those.
Whoa, Swampy's an alright individual.
Swamp monsters.
Swamp monsters.
I'm not dead.
Trump threatens to cut off U.S. aid to Palestinian Authority.
This was also submitted by Chadwick via email.
Because that will help encourage peace. So Palestine is quite upset with the United States because Donald Trump, our commander-in-chief, recently said that we recognize Jerusalem, as the Israeli capital. Which Jerusalem, the sacred land, the holy land, the site of many crusades across the centuries, is one of the most highly contested piece of lands in the world because both Israel and Palestine both believe they have claim to that sacred holy land.
Well, do they have a flag?
Why can't they just share it?
Because people are jerks, Zach.
That's fair.
Well, do they have a flag?
Yeah, they both do.
Damn it. Then you can't do the Eddie Izzard thing.
Well, in this particular case, because Trump said that Jerusalem is Israel's capital, that makes Palestine very upset. So Palestine is no longer recognizing the United States as a member for the peace talks between Palestine and Israel. And Trump said, fine, you don't want to talk to us and try and work towards peace? We won't give you aid anymore. Because the United States sends hundreds of millions of dollars all around the world in a way to, one, try and make people like us more, try and oppose oppressive governments, and instill our ideals as well as encourage peace. But Trump has continued to try to pull those funds away from countries in hopes that it will force them. You can't survive without our money, so therefore you will do what we say.
He's going to find that a lot of countries are a lot more independent when forced to be independent.
Yeah, a lot of countries are going to tell him to go fuck himself.
Mm-hmm. Because they're not states, essentially. Like, you can't just fucking tell them what to do and expect them to fucking do it. Apparently, you can't even tell states to do what to do and expect them to do it, because apparently fucking whenever you do it, every other goddamn state's putting a lawsuit against you.
Well, and not like, or they're just straight up telling you go fuck yourself. Like
literally go fuck yourself.
Like Jeff Sessions, with the whole rolling back on the lax position for marijuana in the United States. Several states have already said, well, if you come here and try and persecute...
Yo, someone pointed out in a fucking in a comment on Reddit that back in the Nixon era, in order to get people to divide the public, they made it to where it seemed like there was a giant problem with heroin in the black communities, and that dirty hippies were smoking an assload of marijuana. And now we have a giant heroin problem again, and it looks like they're trying to force marijuana being a bad thing upon us again.
Yeah, what about those opioids, though?
That's what I'm saying.
That's the new one. Now we have a third problem.
Yeah, and it's even worse, because, like, fucking opioids are the fucking worst.
And
We're being divided in all fucking fields when it comes to drugs.
Well, like...
When we should be all coming together and helping these people who are on drugs not be on drugs in a positive way. Not throwing their ass in prison. Yeah, manufacturing drugs and selling drugs is different.
Nathan, you're using logic, though.
Yeah, I know. And logic doesn't make money,
and
apparently.
on top of that, we didn't... The opiate problem didn't become public until it became an actual problem, because it started years before people realized this is an issue. And then medical practitioners
honestly probably decades.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hey, Nathan.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
What did you care about in the last 48 hours?
The one that you put on here is pretty good, but it's not it.
Well, how about you give that one first, because I tried.
All right. 2017 was a record year for organ donations.
Yep.
It's pretty good, because it means there's a lot of people who are dead.
Damn it, Nathan. God damn it. Well, there was over 10,000 lives saved by organ donations in 2017.
That means 10,000 lives perished.
Not quite. I mean, they present a story in the article about one person that saved 4 other people's lives because they met a early end at the age of 19, and then their lungs went to one person, their liver went to one, their kidneys went to one, and their heart went to one because they were a donor. So they saved 4 or 5 people with their one body.
Wow. So that person has got brand new lungs, so he can be fresh start to smoking.
The person that got the lungs is 13, Zach.
Oh wow! I didn't know that.
Jesus, fresh start. Get your new lungs so that way you can blacken those.
They don't give good lungs to already smokers. They only
who
give
did
good
the
lungs
kidneys
to
go
little
to?
kids and
I
stuff.
don't know. It didn't say.
Okay, because
But
that fresh start to drinking. Or that would be
That's
the
your liver.
Well, liver had to go to somebody.
Yeah.
yeah, but that one wasn't my one.
What is your
my
one?
one? Is a Today I Learned, and that's in 1908. William Bigfoot Anakin, a local champion, was taken along by a publican to court to help demonstrate that darts was not gambling. It was a game of skill. He threw 3 darts in the center. No other court official could do the same. The judge ruled that darts was a game of skill. And not only did it happen with darts, but it also happened with pinball.
I didn't know that those were ever considered gambling.
Yeah.
Like,
They used to put pinball machines in the back of movies, in like gangster movies, to show how evil they were.
wow.
They were gambling machines.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're not now because it's been proven to be not gambling.
That's stupid.
I suck
But I mean,
at
they
pinball.
look.
I have,
All right,
I
so
wouldn't
on
even bet
first
any money
glance,
on that.
if you don't know what a pinball machine was and you only knew what a slot machine was, at first glance you would think that that's a gambling machine.
Sure. I'll give you that. I will give you that.
Anakin could bullseye dartboards. His son could bullseye womp rats.
That's real bad. Hey, Zach, pick a button and hit it.
From his perspective, the billiards players are evil.
There you go.
Hey,
Hey, Zach, what did you care about in the last fucking year, since it's been a long time since you've been here?
well, the article I picked as the Chinese construction workers stumble upon 30 perfectly preserved dinosaur eggs from the Cretaceous period, submitted by
I got it. Submitted by Bucolic Urbanite to our paleontology.
So
I didn't read this, so I hope you fucking did.
I forgot the actual city and the name, but they were doing construction work in a site, and they came around these rocks. They were perfectly smooth, and they didn't know what to do with them, so they let the Chinese authority, the police authority, and then they let the local museum, the police authority, call the local museum, and then the local museum came out, and they're like, those are dinosaur eggs.
Cool.
So they halted all construction just so they can actually extract those eggs, and they are perfectly preserved, which is extremely rare to find for dinosaur eggs.
Is there DNA in them?
We don't know.
God damn it! Why not?
Because they pretty much got them, I think, around this...
It's like
I
2
think
weeks ago.
It was Christmas Day, I think they discovered them. So they haven't had a
Merry Christmas! The
They-
world is going to be overtaken by dinosaurs.
that would
Better
be
than
awesome.
fucking aliens.
Or robots.
Yeah, or robots.
No. Wait.
Zombies.
Robot dinosaurs.
Zombies.
Horizon Zero Dawn. We've seen this in a
Robot.
game already.
I need to play that.
Robot alien
good?
dinosaurs.
I have no idea. Ask Adam.
Adam, is it good?
I'm sure it is.
Okay.
It was up for like Game of the Year and has already gotten a shitload of awards. So yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Dinosaur eggs.
I love dinosaurs.
I hope they hatch.
They're like one of my favorite things.
All right, everyone ready to facepalm?
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Trump attacks protections for immigrants from quote shithole countries in Oval Office meeting.
It was submitted by Billin.net to our politics.
So this didn't make it into top 5 because it was posted, and this happened today and was posted at like 3 o'clock, and I already made the notes. And originally I was going to talk about bullshit reporting because there was like 3 articles about Trump today that were all
I saw
bullshit.
That. I saw that.
And then this popped up, and I was like,
Holy shit.
fuck.
Holy God.
In a quote, talking about immigrants coming into the country, primarily talking about immigrants from Haiti, El Salvador, and other African countries, about a immigration deal, he said, why are we having all these people from shithole countries come here? And then suggested that the United States should instead bring people from countries like Norway.
Nobody from Norway wants to come here. At all.
Like,
No one
it's
wants to
really
come
unbelievable.
from Norway.
It's really unbelievable the kind of shit that he says.
like, there are times that I defend you, President Trump. I defend you over shit that you say. Like, there was an article today that you apparently said F-52s that we're selling to some other country. And you know what? That's fine. You're not a military guy. I understand. But I will defend you when there is other intent in the words that people like to take in other contexts because they think it's funny. Like the bigger button bigger button thing. Yeah, bigger button tweet that went out. I don't know where the word bunny came from. And there is no defending you on this. I can't. There's nothing that I can offer you. In any case, you are just a douchebag right now.
Well, I didn't vote for you.
Fact.
Wow. But yeah, absolute fucking douchebag. And you got elected.
Like,
it's too easy.
Thanks, Russia.
It's just way too easy. He's making it way too easy.
like, you know, normally I criticize the news for grabbing onto the distant strings that they don't need to pull on, but when you literally dangle a steak in front of people's faces, like...
That is a really gross, leathery-looking steak, to be honest.
I honestly can't really say much because, like, I've said it before. Just fuck you. Like, you're being a giant dickhead in a position where, sure, you need to be a dickhead, but you're being a dickhead and not
you hurt my face. Like,
you hurt. He hurts my soul. His existence is. I preferred him when he was just just a face on TV. Because I don't watch TV, so I really didn't give two shits. But now I have to hear about it all the goddamn time, and
like if we get anyone else in office, whether it's by impeachment or by the 2020 election, they're going to get to do nothing but spend 4 to 8 years trying to repair relations with the rest of the world. Because the rest of the world already didn't like us, but we did so much good for the world that they were like, well, they're kind of assholes, but at least they're, you know, doing decent shit. Now we're just assholes.
Yeah, we're no better than Russia.
Like,
so for a time, it was, you know, it was the United Kingdom that was, you know, the assholes of the world. Now it's just America.
Well, there's a couple others. Like, Russia's a pretty big twat. North Korea's still a pretty big twat, but they're trying...
Syria.
But
how bad does it feel to be labeled in the same tier of countries as Russia and Syria and North Korea?
And Venezuela.
Venezuela.
It depresses me.
Because we are dickheads because of our fucking leader.
Is Mexico considered a twat?
No.
Okay.
Dude, no. There's no way that Mexico is considered a twat. One, bunch of fucking awesome people in Mexico. And two,
I agree.
Has anyone else watched the fucking YouTube videos that Mexico's former president has been putting out?
Oh, yeah, I've been watching
They're
those.
hilarious.
I only brought it up because there was a period of time, I think, that the government and there was, I think... protesting because of the government's involvement with Mexican cartels.
I'm not sure. I think this is a troll, but I think we have a troll in our YouTube chat.
Oh, yeah?
Like a very obviously racist troll.
Wait, who?
Sharkwanda. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You know, even if they're not a troll, whatever. Thanks for commenting, person. Welcome to the podcast now that we're getting ready to go.
I have no idea who this.
It's okay. It's you. Welcome to the internet. If we don't know most of the people that show up to some of these things sometimes.
That's terrifying.
It'll be
hello, my name is Nathan, guys. Now I know all of you.
Welcome. Hello. And now we're going to leave. So everybody, if you would please consider supporting this show if you can. Patreon.com/dailyinternet. Thank you very much to one of our largest supporters right here, Mr. Zachary Klutz. As well as this month, we have to give special thanks to Mr. Kitna Moinkeo. The two of you helped push Nathan to shave his face. Thank you very much for that.
It's already coming back.
You're welcome, Nathan. Love you, buddy.
Be sure to follow and share us on social media.
I am too.
Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
All
of those are at iReaditCast. And submit your stories to our iReaditCast on Reddit or send us an email, which is feedback.ireadit@gmail.com. I am Schwahn Michael on social media. Nathan is at Bibbenstein. Zach, is there anything you want to say at the moment? Goodbye. Nathan, you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, everybody. That is your 413th dose of the internet. I'm Michael Schwahn.
And I'm Nathan Wood.
What?
Zach.
Zach.
Oh, and I'm Zach.
Oh,
I'm waiting for him to press the button. I'm like, press the button, press the button, press the button,
and please,
press the button, press the button.
please remember, everybody.
Don't get eliminated!
Have a good day, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.